We are live on YouTube and TikTok.
Nice.
I think I'm just going to start starting them at like the exact same time.
Sure.
Now, where
Is
is
our music?
my music?
Music.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yuck.
Yo, yo. Well, that's
Dahlia.
good stuff.
I love this song.
Do ya?
Yeah. It's so chill. Hello.
Welcome
Two.
to the brain rot capital of the world.
Capital. If only I knew any of the brain rot stuff to say. Papa never had to do. Forgot to buy chicken for dinner. Rip. It's always the proteins that we forget, huh? Hey, Captain.
Welcome
Lexi.
back to the brain rot capital in the world. Brain rot capital in the world? Of the world?
Of the world. The most brain rot capital in the world.
The most capital B brain rot
That's gonna be far from brain rot, I know it.
area that humankind has ever known.
Yes.
Welcome, Delia, Chuko, Capitan,
Hey, Danny.
Danye,
Danye.
Danye,
Danye.
Danya. That's what you used to call your kitty.
Yeah, I used to call my kitty that because his name was Danny.
Danya.
Danya.
Hello, Ike, Lindsay, MJ, Spicy Art, Corby. Welcome. We're doing good today.
Yeah.
Ouchie, hello. How is everybody doing? It is not the coolest room I've ever been inside of, but
Yeah. Oh, we got a fan.
that doesn't help very
it
much.
doesn't? Oh, okay. I thought it did help. Oh, it's been facing away from us.
No, I put it up earlier because it was blowing in my face. There, you want it?
Yeah, I do want it. Hey, Vigo.
Go.
Hey, Lindsay, Eich, and MJ.
What are you doing? Brain
Drawing.
rotting?
Drawing.
Drawing?
Drawing.
Rendering?
I'm a drawer, so.
Rendering? I can use either pen. Where's my other one? Oh my goodness.
Okay, I guess it is stinging my eyes a little bit from the
Yep.
wind directly going into my eyes.
Told ya.
What are you doing? Doing what, Tori?
What are we not undoing?
I wish there were like more art pun jokes, like undoing or like.
Let's popularize art puns.
Yeah, I am. I like the word undoing.
What are undoing? Art Block is trying to hit me. I'm in the middle of finishing my challenge.
Don't let it.
I want you to take that art block and I want you to put it on the ground. And then the next time you get art block, you put it next to the previous art block. And then by the time the future happens, you have a house.
An art house.
An art house. Good stuff. It's good
Me
stuff.
keep beating up art block sticker. You know that's not a bad idea. Okay, I guess you can move that thing away if you don't mind. Sorry. I thought it was gonna help, but it just made my eyes dry.
Delaney, hello. What
Hey, Abdul. Is it Abdul or Abdul?
I supposed to work on today?
You know, I actually have always wanted to do a study stream. Like maybe we could do studies and we can do tips. You know, I feel like we're doing a wacky hairstyle today. Not really wacky. Did you ever finish your 1,000 heads? I was gonna say 10,000.
I've done like 300 and I actually did a couple of them today. 312 or 13. I did do a couple of them today. I was studying a little bit of Food Wars arena faces and some other ones the other day.
Mm-hmm. I drew traditionally for the first time in a while today, and I tried to tap the paper to erase. Real. That's like me so I used to wear glasses, and then after I stopped wearing them, like my brain wants to go like this, and I'll actually do that. It's like the same thing with the undo button. I feel like I'm gonna procrastinate till the actual challenge day. You know, Alchie, if you work on it like even just 5 minutes a day, like you're not procrastinating. How should I practice drawing?
What do you want to get good at?
Yeah, what do you want to get good at? I would say, like, do you want to get good at just general, like, illustration stuff, like drawing multiple kinds of things? I know a lot of people do want to do that. Hey, Lau.
Hello, welcome.
Thanks, Ouchie. I try, but not really. Hello, could you maybe do a quick tutorial for heads from different angles? Yeah, we can try that. We can do that. This is just a random character. She's a nobody. She is kind of cute,
Where are my settings?
So, I try to like Discord live stream sometimes. Oh, you mean like the post? What is tracing used for when it comes to art?
It depends what industry you're in.
It depends. I don't really know an industry that traces. What industry traces?
People who do murals.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
People do a lot of tracing when they do murals. People do a lot of tracing when they do tattoos, as far as I know. Tracing is very common. People who vectorize things and do graphic design, they do a lot of tracing. They will take a picture or have pictures of faces, trees, dogs, anything, and they'll trace over it and vectorize it and turn it into graphic design. Tracing is used in all kinds of practical ways in different industries.
Okay, that makes sense.
Those are just the things I can think of off the top of my head.
Wow, I cannot even draw a circle today. Chat, look how wobbly my lines are. So I can cover a little bit on how to draw heads from different angles. I think heads from different angles will help if you know your center line. So like the center line is the center of your face, right? It's like the straight middle. So when your head is facing towards the front, everything's pretty much symmetrical for the most part. So like this is like your dividing line, right? It splits your head into halves. So that means your eyes will be in a certain position and it will basically mirror the other side. For the most part. Like some people have asymmetrical faces, but sometimes it's not really. I think everyone's face is asymmetrical to some degree. It's just like hidden really well, and people don't really like look for perfect symmetry. The stream fire, thank you.
Hello, welcome.
Hi.
What is tracing used for when it comes to art? What is tracing good and bad for? I mean, again, it depends on what industry you're in. There's a lot of art industries that trace stuff.
Yeah. If you're talking about like, is it good to use for practice?
If you want to learn how to draw, I don't really recommend a tracing. It's not very good at teaching you how to draw. But if you're doing a mural on the side of a building and you use a projector and you trace the outline,
and
like a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of painters who will take photos and project it onto their canvas to get their proportions.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to learn how to draw, I haven't really seen good results from tracing. It's kind of like trying to learn how to drive if the car drives for you. It's sort of like that. But that doesn't mean that self-driving cars are useless, right?
Yeah.
It's just not good at teaching you how to drive.
Thank you, Delulu brother, for the sub. Which is better, digital drawing, traditional?
It's subjective.
Subjective. I mean, drawing is drawing, whether if it's traditional or digital. Some people prefer traditional, some people prefer digital. I think traditional is harder in a lot of ways because it's like harder to undo things. It's kind of, it doesn't necessarily, you can't like necessarily go back to the very beginning like digital. But both is good. Both is good. Both is good. Just really depends on what you want to do. These streams are so nostalgic for me, so yeah, fire stream. Thank you, MJ. It could be nostalgic, huh? So I think of heads in different angles, like different sides of a box. And when you use a center line, it actually becomes a lot easier to see how that relates with boxes as well. Because if you find the center of a box, Like let's say this is like the front of a box. It's like a square. To find the center line, you just draw an X. Assuming you can draw an X, assuming I can't even draw one. Here's your center line. You have two types of center lines. You have a horizontal and a vertical. And when you turn that to the side, the center line shifts because it's going, further into space.
What are you teaching me?
Oh, just some heads at different angles and how that relates with boxes.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you can see that this side and this side are asymmetrical now. It's because the center line has shifted. But it still looks like it's center. So when you do that with heads, you basically move the center line to the side and think of the center line as it's moving around a sphere. And so this is the part where it trips a lot of people up. They're like, well, okay, what does the head look like in like a 3/4 view? Well, generally the cheek pops out, then goes down in space, and then the chin also kind of comes out a little bit. And your center line generally ends at around the chin. Now it looks like a 3/4 head. Here's the side of your head. So if you look at this box and look at this head, they feel kind of similar. Now all you have to do is just use the center line to draw your nose. Your nose goes in a little bit, then comes out. Here's your mouth, and your eyes fit in this little area right in here. This part gets much more squished because it is going back in space. We have a head turned more to the side.
Is using references a better option than tracing for learning how to draw? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Tracing, it's not that it doesn't teach you anything, it just teaches you drastically less than if you were to put in the brain power of looking at proportion and measuring and looking at shapes and positive and negative spaces. You don't have to do any of that when you trace. You literally just
turn your brain off.
Turn your brain off and go around the outline. And it's not that you don't get any practice, it's just that it's like lifting stuffed animals to work out.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, Do you get stronger? Maybe.
If you're like SpongeBob. He has to lift the cups.
Yeah. I don't have anything against tracing though. I just haven't seen it used effectively to learn. If you have the rights to something, by all means, trace to your heart's content. There's nothing immoral about it.
Mm-hmm.
If you are legally allowed to use something, trace the heck out of it if you want. I don't care. I just haven't seen it effectively used to learn how to draw.
Yeah.
Some people swear by it. Those people are usually not very good at drawing, though.
Yeah. I would say, some artists, once they know the fundamentals, they know how to kind of trace for faster speed, but that's if you know the fundamentals and you use it for time. But I wouldn't recommend a beginner do it because it's not necessarily a thing that is really recommended for learning.
There's nothing wrong with it.
No, nothing wrong with it.
Totally fine. Be sure if I misspell something. That's all good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll try to understand you the best we can.
Background.
How to draw backgrounds?
I don't know. Just background with a thinking face.
How do I learn to draw? What are the first steps I should take? It all feels so overwhelming.
Yeah. Thank you for the follows, everybody.
Thank you.
Lily, Demetricus, Axel, Vincent, Fox. Thank you for the follows.
I think, how do you learn to draw? Well, I think if you've never drawn before, I would just say just start putting a pencil down on the paper and doing the best you can for some time. And just see how it makes you feel. That's generally how I like to do it first because, what are you doing? What are you learning to draw for? Are you doing it because you think it's cool? Or are you, wanting to become a professional? Sometimes people just want to dip their toes in the water. And I would just say draw, land your pencil on the paper and just try your best on something. Because that's kind of your first step, right? And you're going to fall, you're going to fail, that's okay. Just focus right now on is drawing fun for you? And then when you're okay, I really do enjoy this, I want to learn more, then you would do more exercises and stuff. That's generally how I would do it, just because I like doing things for fun, and generally the fun part like fuels me to continue drawing. But yeah.
If you want to learn how to draw, your best bet is to try and figure out how to enjoy it. You'll go 10 times further at something that you enjoy doing.
Yeah. And you're not aiming for perfection, right? It's not like, what is the best, most efficient way to practice art? I'm like, no, dude, just don't think about that right now.
The best, most efficient way to practice art is to like it.
Yes.
And then you can worry about, like, what books do I read? What classes do I take? What exercises do I do?
Yeah.
You know, you can learn to like it as time goes on as well.
I mean, like, I kind of think about it like cooking, right? The way... How I used to start cooking, I didn't even cook at all. I just mixed a bunch of weird stuff together and called it fun and called it cooking in some weird kid way. But then, like, that got me interested in cooking. And then so I just followed some videos, like some recipes, and kind of got a gist of it, just starting something, making sure not to burn it. And then, like, later on, when you like actually do like cooking, you want it to become like more, you want to learn more about it, then you would learn certain skills. I kind of treat the same way like drawing in a way. Hey, Miguel says, greetings from Peru. Hello.
Welcome.
Are you guys focusing on heads today? Not necessarily. Just kind of drawing and answering tips along the way. I feel like using reference is more fun than tracing as well. Yeah, I agree. Using references is like trying to figure out a puzzle. I think it's more, like, it stimulates the brain more.
I think it's more fun.
Yeah.
Again, it depends what you do.
Mm-hmm.
If there's an architect and he thinks he has to freehand the plans to my house, probably not very good.
Fox would be like, freehand?
Freehand the you know what I mean? It just depends on what industry you're in. I think we tend to get a little caught up in our own world sometimes.
Yeah.
I think architects mostly use software nowadays.
Wow.
But, like, my grandpa did a lot of architectural drawings a long time ago, and it was all on pencil and paper, and they used measuring, and they used tracing and overlays and all kinds of stuff. Nothing wrong with it.
Our tutorial is bad for beginners. I keep hearing they limit creativity.
Nah, not necessarily. You know what's good for beginners? Practicing and drawing and exploring and having fun.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with tutorials. You don't learn how to draw from them. You learn how to draw by practicing and experimenting and exploring.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get fit by watching videos of people working out. Like, you may need to know how to do exercises, but you don't get fit from watching the videos. You get fit from doing the exercises. So it's like, you know, I think tutorials are great.
Yeah.
We make tutorials.
We do.
They only help people who draw.
Yep. And, you know, it also, if it limits their creativity, it also could be because maybe they're treating it like gospel. So, like, some tutorials, people will be like, this is the only way I should draw. But, like, you know, that's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
What kind of perspective is difficult? Everything.
Where is that question?
Right there.
What kind of perspective it's difficult or is difficult? I mean, drawing in wide lenses is pretty hard. Foreshortening happens pretty fast. You know, 5-point perspective is pretty difficult for most people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anybody it's not difficult for unless they've practiced a lot.
Yeah. Do you have any tips on prop design?
Prop design? Yeah, I done prop design for a long time. What kind of props? I mean, at the end of the day, good prop design comes from successfully fulfilling the job that it needs to fulfill, right? If I design a monster truck and it's supposed to be a speed car, probably not a very good prop design. Or if I design, you know, if you're supposed to design a really, really lightweight looking sword that you can whip around really fast, really fast and you hand in a Warhammer that's big and heavy on the top, probably not a very good prop design. It's all about fulfilling a function.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would say, you know, the first key to a good prop design is kind of knowing what spec is needing to be fulfilled.
Yeah.
That's based on experience. I've done a lot of prop design professionally for different projects, and it's always about, like, what do you need fulfilled? Like, what needs to happen? What does it need? What function does it need?
Yeah. Doing these bendy boxes is kind of challenging. Any tips on staying on task when character designing? Been scrolling Pinterest for hours with ideas but can't commit.
Don't scroll Pinterest. Delete Pinterest. delete. Christina has that problem.
Well, yeah, I do.
Pinterest is social media.
That's true.
I just start exploring shapes, put pencil to paper and start drawing and trying stuff. I find that having too many references can be just as much of a problem as having too little sometimes.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
You can't draw a vague shape. It has to be a shape, right? Like if you've got a reference, and on your reference sheet you've got an octagon, and you've got a triangle, and you've got a circle, and you've got a square, and you've got, like, you can't make a shape that is simultaneously every shape. It has, like, you kind of got to pick a direction. Once you pick a direction, you're like, okay, I'm committing to this direction for this sketch.
Yeah.
Like, you can't make a heavy character that's both lightweight and heavy and slow and fast
At the same time. It's to be very difficult.
You can't. Yeah, like it can't be that. You can't design a circle that is a square.
Yeah.
Some clients may think you can, but you can't.
Mm-hmm.
And so I find that having too many references could try to pull you in too many different directions. So, you know, find something that you really find inspiring and kind of go in that direction for a while. Maybe you don't feel it so much anymore. Maybe you can pull into a different direction.
Mm-hmm. How can I draw? Wait, what would you recommend starting?
Draw a circle as a square. You should run a company with that type of question.
Can I get some tips? How can I draw cloth? I just struggle with drawing capes and every clothing. Cloth is like a bendy sheet of paper with different thicknesses. But like for now, like if you want to draw a cape, for example, this is like a very flat plane, right? But if you add like some kind of gesture to it or some kind of wave and a bit of folds, you got a cape. Like for the most part, but right now this kind of looks a little bit boring. So what a lot of designers do is they would wonk it. They'll have like a general direction of where the cape is going, and then they'll decide, okay, it's like for capes you generally have like a back and a front side like this, and it hooks over the shoulders like this for the most part. And then you decide, okay, how do I want this cape to go? Do I want it like this? And I show the back side or the underside? Where's the gesture going? Where's that main fold? Like, how does it go up and down? That's what I think about when I draw capes.
Mm-hmm. Capes are loose, generally. So loose folds are diaper folds and pipe folds mostly. So you're going to get a lot of diaper folds in a cape, and you're going to get a lot of pipe folds. Unless your cape is stiff, like a board, in which case I don't know if it would really be considered a cape. But capes generally have 2 tension points, so you're going to get a lot of diaper folds. And then at the ends, you'll probably get some pipe folds. So there you go.
Yeah. Here's a diaper fold.
Yep.
2 tension points.
Diaper fold.
And then there's a diaper fold in the middle, and then on the side it transforms into a pipe fold.
Yep.
We have the 7 basic folds a carousel on our TikTok, the Anya Basic Folds post. You can check that out too if you want to know more about the kind of folds that appear.
And if you draw it at an angle, you tend to
Ooh.
get the 6-7.
6-7 fold. Yeah, you do.
Yeah. How does that look exactly?
Like this. Well, even this is also good for a hoodie.
Yeah. Stop, I've been using the 6-7 fold. Yeah. The 6-7 fold is really just like a wrap over.
Yeah.
It's not called the 6-7 fold.
We just
that
made
was
the
just
joke.
a meme that we made while streaming. But
I feel like at this point people are gonna call it
at
the
the
6-7
wrap,
fold.
it's basically just a wrap over. You get, that pretty iconic shape going on. It's good. It's easy to remember. That's why we said it. Like, we wouldn't have used this goofy brain rot meme in a TikTok if we didn't think it wouldn't be helpful. If we thought it wouldn't be helpful. That's it.
How do you draw mouths at different angles? Do you mean closed mouths, open mouths? Frills. Frill sounds fun. Frills is like a continuous, like a lot of pipe folds close together. That's a frill. Or ruffle. Be sure to add the ends. Or add the inside.
Yeah, make sure you add those inner gubbinses.
Inner gubbinses, yes. Expressive mouths. Happy, sad mouth. That's a lot of mouths. Okay. So understand that a mouth wraps around a cylinder or kind of like a ball, but I think a cylinder is actually a pretty good shape for it as well because your teeth are cylinders. Your teeth is this. Yeah, here's your teeth, here's your gums, and your lips wrap around it. Right, here's the inside of your teeth, here's your tongue. This is not like the most accurate representation of gums or teeth. It's just, simple, something simple. And so when you wrap it around, your upper lip wraps around the top, and if you're opening it, for example, it stretches, and then you also show the bottom, and that also wraps around. So really just make sure that your mouth feels like it's not a sticker, like this, like it's not really being affected by anything, but rather you can imagine that there's teeth underneath. I'm just doing an open mouth because it's a very flashy looking mouth, right? I like to show these curves, this curve of the tooth or of the teeth, and how that tooth wraps around inside the mouth. And I want to show that this also wraps around the teeth in like a cylindrical way. And so when you want to do happy mouths, it's kind of the same thing. But mouths are weird because they have this stretch. So like a happy mouth, for example, it's not just this, but if you're doing it at a different angle, it actually curves inward. There's like this kind of webbing that happens when you open your mouth. Or smile, right? You would see this kind of curvature. And a lot of times you can just start by drawing mouth but with just a random shape. Curving it inside in here, making it wider at the ends. It kind of looks like a fish, like a goldfish, right? But instead you just put teeth. And now it's someone gritting their teeth. And then you can add some lips. Like, oh, here, maybe this person's clenching their teeth, and so their upper lip comes up. That's just one example. Sometimes I've actually seen some like really interesting shaped mouths where it's just kind of very distorted. Everything's just very graphic. Like they just create a very interesting shape like this that doesn't feel like a traditional mouth, I guess. But then they manage to, with context details, context clues, like adding teeth, adding lips, they make it work. Like Digimon, I think, has pretty interesting looking mouth shapes.
Hey, Duff Happy, Jim has different angles, you will get frills as well. I find it hard to do the fifth head you made, huh?
Huh?
Fifth head you made.
Fifth head. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the fifth?
Sapphire, same question here, huh?
Oh, I think there's...
Expressive mouths, happy, sad mouths, thank you so much, okay. Hey, Master Magic, fashion design illustration tips. I've never worked as a fashion designer before.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really tell you.
I mean, fashion design, I can't really tell you, but I mean, I've drawn a lot of clothes. And if you want to design clothes, I would say, you know, find different names of stuff. Like, okay, like, let's say if you want to draw an outfit, you know, what's an A-line dress? What's a... I don't know, what's a mermaid dress, for example? What's a trumpet dress? You know, what kind of necklines are there? And basically when you design things, you're basically mishmashing those different elements together to create a design. So, like, draw mannequins, too. Like, understand how to draw or break down the body into very simple forms so you can have something to dress dress your clothes on, right? So, like, you know, what kind of neckline is this? This is an off the shoulder. You know, an A-frame, it's an A-frame dress, I believe. I don't exactly know the terminologies, but like it kind of looks like this. Because it looks like an A. And then a trumpet dress or a mermaid dress is like it hugs the legs and then it comes out like a little trumpet. So like I think understanding the different names of like how outfits work will help a lot, I think. I mean, it definitely helps me a lot when designing my own clothes for my characters. An A-line? Okay, got you. See, Dahlia knows, because Dahlia makes dresses.
Yeah, if you want to be a fashion illustrator or designer as well, it would be probably worth it to get into sewing and making clothes as well. You
know, actually, it's funny because when I was in an art high school, I was in a design high school, and one of the factions or whatever, like quote-unquote majors in the high school was fashion. And they actually used a lot, they actually worked on patterns. They sewed a lot. They memorized the patterns of different dresses and stuff, and then they made their own clothes with that. So, yeah.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm. It is fun. I actually was debating on going to the fashion strand, but I ended up just deciding to draw instead. The fourth head? This one?
How long does it take to become decent at drawing? It varies, and it depends on what you mean by decent. Not everybody's definition of decent is the same, so I don't really know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, just an example. Like, you can just search it up. Look at these. What are the different necklines? And here are like a bunch of wedding dress necklines with a bunch of names. And so that can be a really good, you know, way to include that in your designs.
It's a difficult question to answer.
How long does it take?
I mean, because you could get decent at drawing one thing, but have literally no experience at another thing. And you could get kind of well-rounded, where you get sort of okay at being able to draw a bunch of different stuff. So it really just depends a lot. It's pretty much impossible to answer.
Yeah. I can't say because we don't know your schedule, we don't know how you're practicing, so yeah. Here's some shirt designs or shirt drawings that I did for our anime art school. These are just demos of all the different kinds of shirts that I have you draw. But here, you know, we studied some necklines. Crew neck, V-neck, polo, scoop neck. Different kinds of dresses too, like A-line, bodycon, wrap dress, peasant dress. All these different things. And it's just to build your visual library. I think building your visual library will help a lot with design too. And with anything, really. How do the shapes of the eyes change for different head angles?
A lot of the time they'll get squished. But remember, eyes are three-dimensional. Even anime style eyes are 3D.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to be able to at least somewhat rotate 3D forms in like your mind, or you have to be able to draw them rotated.
Mm-hmm. Like if you're looking down at the eyes, generally there's going to be like an S-curve. If this person is like kind of semi-closing their eyes and you're also looking down at them, and the eyes will actually be very, very close together. But it's also because of the foreshortening. Right? But I also can tell that this is wrapping around a sphere because of this information. This
content is gold. Awesome.
Thank you.
I'm glad you enjoy it. Called an A-line.
A-line dresses.
A+, Dahlia.
Yes. Can I ask for tips on inking long, confident lines in digital art? I find that my lines are inconsistent in weight without meaning to. but I still want to use a brush with tapered stroke.
Do a bunch of brush strokes. I mean, I don't really... You practice long lines. There's a number of different exercises. I could show you when Christina's done.
Oh, I'm done. You can show.
Okay. Here, I'll just do this and turn this on. There's a number of exercises that can help. Obviously, you're going to need a bunch of practice. Like, these are practice exercises, but you can draw 2 lines and you can go wrap over like this and just do it a bunch of times.
One stroke.
In one stroke. You don't have to hit it every single time. It's just an exercise, right? So the idea is that you go straight, you wrap over, and then you come back to straight, parallel, like this. Like that. See, my lines aren't very good right now.
We both didn't warm up today. Well, I'm excited to go through that class with you.
There's another exercise. You can draw a line, a point, and a point. And you can do that. Another point. You can do a point here. And just kind of aim at the point and go through it. That's number one. So this is number 1. This is number 2. Number 3 is you can draw a ball, like a sphere.
Ooh. And
just go, it's that same concept, straight to straight. So you go straight, wrap over, straight. Straight, wrap over, straight. You don't have to go to the opposite side. It can go from here to here. And you can go straight, wrap over, straight. Like that.
Make it feel like a ball of yarn.
Yeah. There's another one. That's number 3. Number 4 is you draw a line, top, bottom. You put a point and you go S curves. Like this. Mm-hmm. Like that. We learned these from Will Weston. He taught at Art Center College of Design for a really long time. Sent a lot of artists to work at Disney and DreamWorks and those types of places. These are exercises he would have his students do in class or for homework. There's other variations of them. This one has a version where that's kind of like this. If you want to like curve it, you can go like that.
These would work with a lot of things. Like, you can draw fabric with that. You can draw rope with this exercise.
Yeah, like, you can mushroom these out a little bit, like this. And you can go like this. And this will help you draw things like rope.
Oh, it looks like little toothpastes.
Or toothpaste, or dookie.
Dookie? Did you see my comment about eyelashes? Yes, I did. I have some comments on that, but I'll wait first.
This can help you with that. But, like, honestly, I would say, just draw a bunch of hair and try to draw them in one stroke. Try to draw a bunch of hair, draw a bunch of, like, plants, draw a bunch of things. I would try to shy away from drawing lines like that. Or, like, I mean, you could, like, end a line with that, right? You could go, like that, if you're confident with it. A lot of the times when forms morph into each other, you can kind of end it like that. So let's just say we do something like this. You could go, you could end it, the termination of the line. But it's like, it's this conscious thing. So those are some different exercises that you can do.
Love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Was there any others that I'm not thinking of?
There's generally like 5 or 6. I think it's 5 exercises. Ribbons. Ribbons are great.
Ribbons are very good.
And you turn into a ribbon.
Yeah, I can try to draw like an interesting
line
or shape, and you just pull it out, and you can go
twist.
You can twist it and come back out. Let's twist it. Twist. 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 I think ribbons are a good way to practice drawing lines as well and thinking about it's more of like a shape language exercise, in my opinion. You know, and you can go, oh, this one will be over here. So you go.
Wow.
Like there's a little bit of a ribbon. Not really the best designed ribbons. I don't really have any like small
It's
curve.
like hair.
Yeah. But yeah, those are some exercises I would really recommend. You can even put wrapping lines around these.
Okay.
Add some form to it.
Do you have advice on choosing mediums? I like a few, but I assume it is wise to stick to one pen or one pencil for improvement.
Nah, don't matter.
Don't matter. Crumb says, these are helping a lot. Thank you for taking the time to give us these art tips. You're welcome.
Awesome. You can do something like that. Big dookie log or something. But seriously, like these are really helpful exercises. And I'm talking you fill up pages and pages and pages with these. Not like, oh, I did it one time, but I'm talking like you do every single one times like 200. There we go. Right? Like digital art, it's free. Like you can make layers, you can make new files. Traditional, just steal a bunch of copy paper.
You know, it's very similar to the Karate Kid. When they were like, oh, what was it? Swipe right, swipe left, or something.
Wax on, wax
wax
off.
on, wax off.
That type of thing. It's literally, it's like that, right? It's like the idea is that you make the exercise so ingrained it comes to you naturally without having to think about it anymore.
Yeah.
And like I'm using that all over. Like if I do anatomy stuff, right? Like this is.
Ah, there it is.
There's my. Right? There's the thing hooking over the side. That's your external obliques. Right? It's your deltoid. It's your trapezius. Like these are all overlapping forms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Here it is again, right here. With this cylinder. Right? Just like that. Here's your tricep. You know? That sort of thing. It's really helping to build this kind of overlap, like feeling of overlaps and volumes and stuff like that. So, and it's the same thing here. You could push that out just a little bit more to create a more interesting silhouette. And there's your cape. Oh, wherever the head would be. I don't know. It's like, you know, here's the back. Here's the neck. There you go.
Very nice.
But anyways, there's I would say those are some pretty good line exercises. A lot of good line exercises and just trying to do things in one stroke. Like trying to do few strokes. Practicing compound curves. Transportation designers, like people who draw a lot of cars, when I was studying an art center with them, they were always practicing their like accelerated curves and compound curves.
Yeah.
Like an accelerated curve is one that tapers, like a curve, like a C that tapers, and a compound curve would be like an S. But they're like designed, they're like well designed curves. That's all hair drawing is. It's just a bunch of C's and S's.
Mm-hmm. I'll answer a quick question about eyelashes, and then I think I'll answer Dahlia's question. So eyelashes, a lot of time, they're actually very graphic. So if you look at this eye has like no eyelashes and it looks very plain. Eyelashes give lots of it gives protection to the eyes, but also nice flair, right? But the thing is, you don't want to draw every single lash known to man, or else it'll look like creepy doll eyes. So instead, a lot of artists, they would simplify the eyelashes. So they would basically kind of treat it like eyeliner. You also notice that if you look at like a lot of makeup, girls with makeup, and you blur your eyes when you look at their lashes, it all kind of melds together into one cohesive shape. Because when things are dark and they are together, they're not the individual lines anymore. They're more of like a graphic shape. Like they're like this. This is one mass. They become a mass. So you want to treat eyelashes that same way, where you darken the line, right? Because it creates density, and you'll actually notice that the eyelash will accentuate the edge of the eye. So some people just like to draw eyelashes just like this. If you want to go a little bit more flamboyant. You can show the rotation of the eyelash by putting some in front. And so actually, if you take your pupil and you radiate lines outwards, that's kind of how your eyelashes like to fan out. So that's why some eyelashes will go here and this way, and other lashes will go in a different direction, because it's rotating around. It's rotating around the eyelid. And there's also lower eyelids, and they also have a direction. So that's how I like to see eyelashes. You can even see in like 3D models or 3D sculpts, some people will just simplify the eyelash just like this. A simple plane. And it works very effectively. And it works great. I would say refrain from detailing the eyelashes unless they are like the main idea of your image. A lot of times they're just accents. Hey Mitsubi. Hi guys, gulps. What brush do you use? You can get this brush on our website for free. It is drawanime.com. Don't Google this, just type this in your browser, or you can go to the link in our profile and you'll find the digital brush. It is the green button, and you can download it for Procreate, Clip Studio, or Photoshop. So yeah. Is there a keyword I could search up to look at the 5-line exercises you showed before? I don't think so. No.
We learned it from Will Weston, and I don't think there is. That's the exercise. Like, that's all there is to it. It's just helping with wrap overs. Mm-hmm. It's like a simplification of, just a simple way to exercise S curves, C curves, and wrap overs.
Yeah.
There's a million variations of it, but I don't think there's like a word or phrase you can Google that will pop up that exact thing.
How many variations of a character design do you recommend making when designing characters?
It depends what the character is for.
Yeah.
I mean, people will spend in like games or movies, they'll spend years working on the main character design. They'll make hundreds and hundreds of variations, and then other times there's other projects where it's just like that's the design.
Sometimes I
guess totally personal preference.
Yeah. Like sometimes it may just take you 3 tries or 3 variations to be like, you know what, I actually like this one a lot. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna decide. You know?
You may see a shape or a vibe that you're just like, that's it,
mm-hmm.
and it's done just like that.
Yeah. In anime with eyelashes, that's very graphic, right? That's why they kind of look like cat eyeliner. And sometimes they'll have little offshoots, just like that. I don't know how to draw eyelashes in 3/4 view. Well, for one, have the reference of a 3/4 view eye, but understand that eyelashes, they go from underneath. I think they go from underneath the eyelid, and then they fan out like this. And then basically most of the eyelashes come out like that, but there's also going to be a general direction that they go in. So what I would do, let's say if I'm drawing like a realistic eye, I would draw my gesture, and sometimes I would just add this shape right in here, because it shows it shows the eyelash coming outside of the sphere. And maybe I'll add a few more just to make it a little bit more cohesive. Can even add like a little separation line, just like that. Some anime eyes will have like lighter lines just to show like how the eyelashes move outside from the eyelid. So you can do that too if you want. Makes it clearer if you want to do that. Totally up to you. Comes out. This is not the prettiest eye, but it shows the point. Lau says he's locked in. You have a concentrated face.
I gotta learn that anatomy, yo.
Mm-hmm. Let me draw side profile, but not completely 90 degrees, but maybe 75 to 80 degrees. Oh, well, I have a perfect one for you. Draw a side view. Draw your side profile like actually. Well, this only works for one particular style, but it's still a good concept, I think. This is your center line, right? So let's say this is like your side profile. All you have to do is just extend it. Because you see most of the side profile anyways. And if you just put a sliver right in here, we got a 3/4, like an almost side view. So that way we have a hint of it, of the eye on one side, and then on the other. Now, once again, this is just kind of like a little trick, but I think the concept still stands where it's like you only see a tiny bit of the sliver, and the nose comes out, and the mouth comes out, and you see a tiny hint of the other side of the face. I think I have an idea. Thank you for helping us artists. Thank you. I mean, you're welcome. We also have classes too.
Thank you for thanking us.
Yes, thank you for thanking us, exactly. But yeah, I mean, like, our mission is to basically help artists become better. Like, especially if you're, like, you've drawn a lot and you reached a certain point where you don't really know how to improve. Like, that's why we make our classes and that's why we stream. You know, which we have a 20% off on our anime art school. If you want to get better at art and you want to get serious, but you also, you know, have a dream to make your own characters and manga and all that stuff, but you don't really know, like, how to get the information because you're, like, searching up on YouTube all the time and you're like, well, yeah, I have this tutorial, but I don't exactly know how to continue from there. We have a program just for you. It is Anime Art School. It is on our website, and we currently have a 20% off discount. So the code is SPOOKY. We can show some work. You know, we teach a lot of the same stuff on our streams. Teaching heads and faces. Look, head angles, guys.
What?
Upper head angles.
That's crazy.
Side views, lower head angles. Get those pesky head angles out of the way. Look at this extreme. I know. Extreme low angle views. These are like incredibly hard. But if you know the right information, you know, you can get it right. You know, here's lighting heads, hairstyles, eyes, chat, different hairstyles. Zoro hair, straight hair, spiky hair, curly hair. Here's like curly hair that people ask about on stream. Afros, all that stuff. Here's like some tight curly hair. You can take a screenshot for anyone who's asking about tight curly hair. This is how I like to simplify it.
Yeah, you can screenshot all the stuff that gets drawn live in our classes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To get a taste.
Just to get a taste.
You can get a little taste.
Yep. And expressions, of course. So yeah. We have a lot of classes. Here's some anatomy demos. This is stuff that you learn so that you can finally get, you know, anatomy out of the way with a bunch of exercises. Colton teaches the perspective class. Fantastic stuff. Look at this.
Yeah, if you want to learn perspective, that's what I do. I teach it.
Yep. Here's some outdoor environments, interior and exteriors. You know, this is great for, like, if you have a shot in your manga or in your comic or whatever scene that you're doing and you have this kind of shot, he teaches you how to do that. So yeah, right now it is at a 20% off discount. Code is SPOOKY. Just FYI.
Are your lessons on a schedule? No.
No.
They're it's self-paced, so you can go through it at your own speed, and you have it forever.
Yep. Someone's asking to see the heads again, so here they are. You can screenshot them. 3, 2, 1. All right. The hair, sure. Let's see where there's the hair. Here. Some hairstyles. We do a lot more hairstyles than this. This is just only a few that I think are the most popular kinds of hair to draw. But I also cover like locks and braids and stuff because that's, you know, a lot of people want to draw like people with different types of hair textures and stuff. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Thank you, Chuko Light. But yeah, we have a lot of students here as well, and they're very diligent.
They're very diligent, or they should be.
Should be very diligent. Do you have any tips for drawing poofy skirts? Absolutely.
Christina loves drawing poofy skirts.
It's all in the shape language, really. So like, here's a deflated skirt. Think of like a souffle, right? Deflated, or I mean, if you're into food, I mean, I am into food. So like, I like to think of things like cotton candy or souffles or whatever thing that's very puffy. A deflated one looks like this. Everything's very just symmetrical and it's very like low profile. So what you really want to do to get that poof is to actually improve the silhouette, which means start from the waist, which generally is the thinner area of the body, and literally come out almost immediately. Like, think Madoka Magica. Like, Madoka Magica has this kind of dress style. A lot of magical girls have this kind of dress style. If you want to draw like a short poofy skirt, it gets even poofier because it's like a little you know, it's like a mushroom, chat.
Mushroom? Where's my soul when you need him?
I know. Here's a poofy skirt. But then if you want to add like extra layers, all you have to do is you can show the underside, add a ruffle,
It's a caramel apple.
It's a caramel. Yeah, it's a caramel apple.
Wait.
Wait, it's a caramel. Wait, it's a caramel apple. Holy crap! It is. Look, it's an apple shape.
Yummy.
And then you add extra
Like
gubbins.
Bisky? Yes.
Yeah, like Bisky. Bisky is fantastic. I love that character so much.
Swole Bisky.
Swole. But yeah, like once you have this really insane pinch, like look at the pinch here. Not much of a pinch. It's just like it just glides off the waist very smoothly. This one is like this specific shape right in here. Really think about the negative space. Very, very large pinch. Very dynamic. And once you flare it out, it will just look really, really puffy. You know, sometimes you'll even see this kind where it like flares up. And then you'll see the underside. And you see underlayers, ruffles underneath.
No way. What about when a girl like holds it like this?
Oh.
Like she like pulls the skirt.
Okay, let me try it. Draw a mannequin first, because I gotta know what it looks like. Let me see, how high?
I feel like maybe that.
Okay. So if it's like a puffy skirt,
That would be that would turn into kind of like a diaper fold, honestly.
Yeah.
Like you'd get a little bit of that in there. You might see I'm guessing you'd get a triangle right here, right? Like,
yeah, I think so. You get a triangle.
for sure.
I would say it's more prominent when the dress is like flatter, so you can actually see how it's being pulled. But
Yeah.
it still works.
You can make it flatter if you want.
Yeah. But I think with the same poofiness, you can even do like this.
Is the outdoor and indoor environment section of the school extensive? Is what I'm mainly looking to learn. Yeah, it's pretty extensive.
Very extensive, I should say. Like, if you just want to, like, he basically prepares you to make those environments. So, for example, he teaches you from the basics. Teaches you...
Well, I teach you a way to think about them so they don't feel like outdoor and indoor environments. They just
Yeah.
feel like drawing anything else.
This
So, like,
literally-
that's not an outdoor environment.
It's
That's
not.
just boxes, but it could
could
easily be one.
Yeah.
Outdoor environments are like the same as drawing anything else, essentially.
Yeah.
So I teach you how to think about it in a way where you're just like, oh, I get it now. I can kind of
Yeah.
turn any composition into an outdoor environment now.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all...
Yeah, like, look at this. These are outdoor environments, but he kind of diagrammatically draws them, which makes it doesn't make it feel like tedious.
I never included that one. I didn't.
Oh.
There's other stuff that I never included on the iPad here, but yeah, it's very extensive. I mean, outdoor environments, if you're painting them, you know, there's kind of like standard lighting situations a lot of the time that like plein air painters run into, and I teach you those.
Mm-hmm.
There's ways to think about composition, all that kind of thing.
Yeah. You know, honestly, I feel like we can make like a TikTok or a short on eyelashes, and I could basically draw like this and that. I feel like that'd be pretty simple one. I always draw the hairline / bangs too high, making my head look too long. Any tips to stop this habit? I would first like draw your head without hair, like make them bald. Right?
Listen, chat. Make them bald.
Make them bald first, because your hairline is like already on your head without hair, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you shaved your head, you would still see your hairline. So generally what I like to do is I like to find my brow. And of course this will depend on your style, but like let's say your brow is over here. We want enough room for the brows to like react up and down, as well as enough hair, enough forehead to show. Like if I drew my hairline here, which there's actually characters who do have this hairline, it will be a bit low for some people's tastes, but generally a comfortable measurement.
Y'all want to know who has that hairline and you'll never have guessed? Like Faye Valentine.
Yeah. Faye Valentine.
She's got a widow's peak, right?
She's got a
And
widow's
it
peak
comes
right down here.
all the way down to basically her brows.
It literally, I'm just like, what?
It's crazy.
It's crazy. But for people who just want it to be like enough forehead showing, you would basically take your brow length, the top of your head, and approximately halfway is a pretty comfortable area for your hairline. So anything else that you add to like this scalp will make your head look taller. Like if I like really layer, like let's say if I'm drawing a ponytail and the top of my head is up here, I literally added length to this head that I didn't necessarily intend to. So what I would do is if I want to draw, let's see, if I want to draw like hair on top, I would have to really be careful of how much volume I add. But I mean, who's to say you can't have a character with poofy hair and they just really make the head, it really comes out of their head. That's totally fine. What I would do if you have like really poofy hair is add some strands that mimic where, or imply where the scalp ends. Just so like we can see where it starts. And then after that you can kind of go wild.
Why does that feel like an MHA character?
Okay.
Isn't there like a mad scientist type looking character with white hair that has that kind of like some sort of like poofy hair in MHA?
I don't know. Maybe.
Keep in mind, I don't watch the show. I saw like a couple seasons of it years ago.
So then when you draw like curtain bangs, for example, you could start from the hairline and wrap it over. And this is also a great way to indicate like where your hair starts. So it doesn't feel like it's just kind of floating out of nowhere and has no landing spot. And you layer, and so every time you layer the hair strand, you're kind of coming back to this point and just overlap. And your hair is going to add volume, it's going to add height, right? Because it's hair. And especially very poofy hair is going to add a lot of depth. So stuff like this, totally fine. It doesn't make the head look too long at all. Can you draw a hairline on Colton as an example on stream? Oh, that's funny. Well, his hairline has changed a bit over the years.
It's dynamic hairline.
Dynamic hairline, yeah. How do people draw hands? I have so much difficulty with hands. I saw this earlier from another instructor. It's McDonald's French fries.
Yeah, we need to make a TikTok on that. Do you think he would
allow that?
Yeah, he's probably pretty chill. He's probably like Will Weston. I want to take a live class with him sometime. We just have his recorded class.
Your palm is the McDonald's box, whatever
yes.
French fry box, and then your hand is French fries.
Let's go. Look at that.
There we go. And then the
little chicken nugget. Chicken nugget peeking out from behind. Chicken nugget
peeking out from behind, and a little extra French fry. I don't know. Yeah, maybe a chicken nugget. I feel like there should be like a little extra French fry.
With an avocado on it. Well, Will Weston it.
Oh yeah, with an avocado.
Not an avocado. What are you talking about? An olive.
Yeah.
What an avocado, bro?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like this.
Yeah.
That is cute and silly. I think I'm actually very excited to take his class because I heard that he makes learning art really fun. Great example as a big back myself. Foodie. I like to say foodie instead of big back.
Oh, I'm a big back. I'm just like...
Don't let Applejack see this. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Why does that feel like a Tory comment?
Because, well, I don't know. I was going to say because it was, but it wasn't. It was Laos.
Yeah. Not y'all begging us to go live today in the Discord. What's this? What's gotten into you?
Maybe they just got used to us streaming almost every day these days.
Spoiled is the word I would probably use.
Mm-hmm. Here's some French fries sticking out of the box. They also kind of look like veggie straws too. Although I don't really like veggie straws very much. They kind of taste a bit weird. Oh, okay. It's who's the instructor? Ramon Hurtado?
Yeah, Ramon Hurtado.
Ramon, and then how do you spell his name?
Ramone.
Oh, E.
Ramon.
Lamon.
Oh no, it's just Ramon. Hurtado. He has
Hurtado.
yeah, he has an Instagram. You can look him up on there. He teaches classes. He's an anatomy instructor and stuff.
I genuinely look forward to chilling to your streams every night. Aw, thanks. Here, you can take a pic. What are the characteristics of kids' eyes and adults' eyes?
You mean realistic or anime?
Realistic or anime? Who did the McDonald's French fry analogy? This guy, Ramon Hurtado.
Yeah, you're not gonna find it on an Instagram. It's in a big class of his.
Yeah.
I told y'all we take non-stop classes. We take everybody we can get our hands on.
He's the one that said eyes or lips. Or lips or eyes.
Lips are eyes, yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh! Yeah.
Yeah, we take classes from every single instructor we can, if at all possible. And then we take all of our favorite stuff and combine it with what we know and what we've learned from a bunch of instructors, and we teach all of our favorite stuff. All the things we find the most useful, we teach them in our classes.
So different eye shapes? Yeah, sure, we can cover that. I'll do like a Spark Notes version because I don't feel like doing the whole shebang. Generally, I would say pick a shape, any shape. Do you want them to look cutesy, or sleek, or seductive, or serious? You know, and generally, they'll a lot of eyes like to have S curves. So like here's a more gentle, slopey eye. Here's the edge of the eye. Here's the beginning of the eye. Edge of the eye. Inner part of the eye. Here's like your bog standard round anime eye. Very common for bubbly characters. Here's a more gentler, kind of more nurturing style anime eye. It's all in the shape language. So like this is round, but it's a little bit sharp for maturity. And it's also sloped to create that like nice S-curvy type shape. What should I learn first for that? I mean, if you want to just draw a bunch of anime eyes, I would just say look up a bunch of anime characters and do a bunch of anime eye studies. Understand that if you understand that the eye wraps around a sphere, it's not just a flat shape, it wraps over. So think of that when you're drawing these eyes. Even if you don't really see it, still think about it. And still draw it over a sphere. It's gonna help a lot. You know, same thing with like sharper eyes. All you have to do is just draw an S-curve downward. And really make the bottom lid come really close to the upper lid. But still wraps around the sphere. So it's like a bit of mixture of form and design. But a lot of these just come from visual libraries. So like I've watched a lot of anime. I'm an anime lover, and I looked at a bunch of anime eye styles, and I kind of memorized them. But I also understand how they work. What about different body types? I would say if you want to learn different body types, learn the base first. This is going to be your main structure. Because everything else that derives from like very stylized body proportions, for example, you start with this and then you expand. Like I can turn this into a buff guy, I can turn this into a plus size lady, I can turn this into an old man. It's just start with the base and then tweak. Here you can literally see the underdrawing of this model right here. All I did was I added rounder forms. I maybe thickened the arm a little bit. I added more flub to the waist, thicker thighs, but it all starts with this. Right? Like this guy could be an extremely skinny guy, but all I need to do for this guy here, in fact, I'm just gonna yoink this because I like this drawing. Let me see. Copy. Paste. And then I'll copy this another time. Like I can turn this into a buff or a super skinny guy. We'll do a buff guy first. expand the shoulders. Right, all I'm doing is I'm just drawing over this character. Now, he wouldn't really look exactly super graceful with this pose, but, you know, it's whatever.
Some people are into that.
Some people are into that, yeah, that's true. Expand the pecs. Really thick neck. You know, you may even need to change the head shape a little bit to get the desired effect that you want, to show the more of the neck. Buff arms, so everything needs to be thickened. But you're still thinking about... I'm drawing this really fast, so it might look kind of ugly. But you're still thinking about the forms underneath, the cylinder, how it wraps over, how the muscles wrap over the cylinder. It's not about the anatomy, it's about pushing. You know, maybe even the hands have to be, you know, made bigger, because these dainty hands don't really fit this body type very much. And then you can maybe squeeze the pelvis and keep that the same. That way you have a very interesting body shape, for example. Show the Discord? Yeah, sure. Here you go. It's on our website, drawinganime.com. You'll find the Discord invite there. Yeah, he's snatched.
Yeah.
How do you make it so when you copy and paste it doesn't look pixelated? I use a big canvas. 5,000 by 6,000 pixel canvas.
Big canvas.
You know, here's a skinny guy already. All I have to do is just keep it the same, but maybe like make his body even thinner, perhaps. You know, I should just duplicate this again. So much moves with Procreate. That's the only downside. You know, if I want to draw like a skinny guy, I would make his arms like pencil thin. Like I would even make it thinner than what I have in the original drawing, and then I would poke out his bones. I would show the boniness of his wrist. I would actually make his ribcage even smaller, just to give it that like slim effect, right? And sometimes with really thin guys, I'm doing guys just as an example, you'll actually see the pelvis come out a little bit. Like sometimes people's waist will be so thin that they sink inwards rather than go outwards. This is not to be mistaken with like female hips. And then very thin legs. Pectoralis, rib cage. Same base, you just modify.
What's his name? They have a name actually for like the base mannequin. It's called Eric.
Eric?
And it just stands for generic.
Oh.
It's like a generic proportion figure. I've actually been wanting to take a class from that guy for a while. I don't know his name, but his Instagram's like Funky Monkey 1945 or something. He's some like bodybuilder who's super good at anatomy and figure drawing. He teaches it a lot. I've been meaning to take a class with him, but he calls it Eric. He teaches all of his students the Eric figure, and then you modify based on the body type.
Oh, that's so interesting. I didn't know it had a name. It's cute.
I don't know if he made it or if it's just a term that people use or what. I've never heard it before, and I've taken a lot of anatomy classes, so I don't know.
What are the most important things to learn when drawing action manga art with many fight scenes? Figure drawing.
I mean, there's a lot of things.
There's a lot of things.
Like, you're juggling so many different things at the same time.
Like, what goes into a fight scene, right?
If you miss like a single component, like, you know, if you miss perspective, or if you miss composition, or if you miss figure drawing.
Yeah, and those are just some perspective. Figure drawing.
Like, there's a lot. There's like posing, which is like in figure drawing, right? Like, figure drawing, your anatomy, your posing, foreshortening, perspective, composition. It's not like you don't learn one thing and then you can suddenly do that. It's like a really multi-skilled thing.
Yeah. So like in a fight scene, it would need these component skills for a successful fight scene.
Yeah.
Especially because it's like fight scenes it's like choreography, right?
Yeah.
People like really design these moves. What is foreshortening?
Foreshortening is like things getting bigger and smaller visually as they get closer and further. It's the reason that my thumb is as big as my head.
I want you to draw a face on that now, and it'll be Colton.
My Colton cam.
Yeah.
Right? And then you move away, and now my thumb's not anywhere near as big as my head. I still have my arm straight, right? If I roll closer to the camera, I still keep my arm straight. Now it's as big as my head again.
Gimme.
That's foreshortening. That's foreshortening in there. There's Colton 2.0. He's cuter.
I'm gonna see that. Oh, cute.
You can see it there. Colton Jr.
Colton Jr.
Maybe I should get like a proper tattoo right on my thumb, and then I can do that.
You know, that actually, I would approve of that tattoo. But aren't like finger tattoos actually kind of painful because it has a lot of nerves?
No idea. Worth it.
How to start with anatomy when you're used to doing portraits only. Think big to small. So for example, here's a process. I use this a lot. I show this a lot in during our streams. This is just some demos from Anime Art School. Know your proportion.
20% off, by the way.
20% off, by the way. Yes, exactly. You can get it right here on our website.
Take a screenshot of that.
Don't forget.
Yellow button, Anime Art School.
Yep. 20% off. So, actually, I'll do one more time. 3, 2, 1. Okay, screenshotted? All right. So, I would really recommend proportions first. This is big picture. There's no anatomy whatsoever. No form yet, just tick marks or whatever. Tick marks and gesture, whatever you need to do to simplify your pose. This is just to get you to understand the relationships with your arms to your body. Your hands, how big is your hand compared to your head? How big is your legs compared to the rest of the body, right? That is key.
Bummer.
What?
Tattoos on your fingerprint would wear and fade away quick compared to other body parts. Hey,
Brianna would know.
What was the question we wanted to ask Brianna the other day? It was the name of like a muscle or something, right?
Was it a name of muscle?
Was it?
I don't
remember.
Well, we'll remember eventually.
Maybe.
Your next step is volumes, which is basically you take your proportional area or gesture, whatever, and you put volumes in it. That already makes your character look like a character. No anatomy needed. And then lastly, you would learn the anatomy, or you would put the anatomy on top. So this is big to small. Small is detail. Small is like information, right? Big picture is the idea. So I would say if you're really used to portrait stuff, start with proportions first. Like, how did you learn how to draw portraits? Did you start with head structure first? And then, did you start with, filling it in later, right? So keep that in mind. Feel free to text if you remember. Yep.
Crap, I don't remember.
How do you constantly think of poses without references? I draw a lot of poses.
She drew them from references or a similar pose probably in the past.
Figure drawing is gonna help a lot because you're basically taking a bunch of real life, like you're basically observing poses from real life, right? And then you see how the body moves and how they stand. It's definitely not something that you can just. I can't necessarily imagine fight poses. I mean, I can sort of have an idea, but that is because I've just seen so many poses and I've drawn so many poses, right? Do 1 minute gestures. 1 minute gestures, or actually even 30-second gestures, where you just put in your pose, find out where your legs go, find out where the arms go. That's a pose. That's a pose that goes into my arsenal, into my brain. And so, like, when I draw this pose again, I'm like, oh, I know how this pose will work. But it's very hard to do this from imagination. You need a different skill set. You need observation. You need to draw that pose a bunch of times. Draw different poses a bunch of times to memorize, and then that way you can actually draw them from imagination. That's how it works. It's giving ballerina? Oh, yeah, exactly. It is giving ballerina. I love drawing ballerina poses. It's one of the most fun poses to draw, even though I don't draw them as much. But like fighting poses, for example, like sometimes even doing the pose yourself. Like how are your arms shifting? How are your shoulders shifting? Like is it like this or is it like this, right? And what angle? Because the angle is also very difficult. Like, and how big is the hand in comparison to the head if you're drawing in this angle? It has a lot of multi-layered skills that you need to do. So I would say your first step is to just draw a bunch of poses. Draw simple poses first to get proportion, volumes, and then test yourself with harder poses that are like different angles or whatever, and see how they foreshorten. And a lot of time you just have to throw yourself at the canvas and just find a process that works for you. You know, this is hard for me. Like, I can't necessarily say I can do fight poses very well from imagination because I have to use reference for that. I can do running poses, perhaps. Head pats? No, not yet. We actually changed it to 100K likes for head pats. So chat,
yeah.
if you want to do head pats, if you want us to give you guys head pats, get the likes to 100K, and you'll see what happens. You know, what if the like comes out here? Right? It's very difficult for me. I would need to look at specific references. I would need to like say like, okay, what fighting style is this? Is this like Muay Thai? Is this boxing? Is this Taekwondo? And then go from there. But like, this requires a lot of imagination. You know, maybe this guy can have like a sword or something.
Fighting has a lot of history behind it.
It does. It really does.
It's like, you know, it's like trying to draw like a, I don't even know, like a sports car or like a fighter jet from imagination. It's like there's so much engineering and years and years and years of development that have gone into these things that determine their shapes. Fighting is an entire industry. I mean, martial arts, there's all different kinds of styles and stances and motions that people go through. So like kind of just inventing something from your head is making it super, super, not even just hard on yourself, it's impossible.
Yeah, it is. That's why it's so difficult. That's why we have no short answer for it either. What I do... Studying
is the way.
Yeah, it is. It's not an answer that you'll like, but...
Well, it requires work.
Yeah, it does. I have a pose reference board that for myself personally, where I find cool poses and I save them, and I'm like, oh, I want to draw these poses, I want to draw that pose. Like this one, for example, here, it's not necessarily a pose that you would draw like for an illustration, but it has very cool elements that you can add to illustrations at any point, right? Like it has a really cool curve. I would basically study this by, let me find a better pose, because I want to actually do like a small study. Or maybe I just end up doing that one. I'll just say I'll do this one. So like if I want to study this, I would do normal figure drawing, your average figure drawing process, which I showed earlier. I would think, okay, what's the line of action? My line of action is like this. I have a curve, and I generally have a straight because that is your legs. My head's up here. My arms are doing this. My torso is doing this. You know, we can see the spine, the curvature of his side. Well, these are more of his lats. And we can see that his body's actually turned towards us because we can actually see his pecs, and we can see the center line coming towards us and then going more towards the side. His body's kind of twisting. And then here's his legs. This is just very, very rough. But like, this is stuff I would figure out first before I would detail any further. I'm not gonna worry too much about hand details or anything like that. And then from there, I have a structure that I like. I can always just refine this further. And then once I draw this pose, now I'm like, oh, I can just draw this pose in my imagination now because I know the structure. So like, know your structure, know what your torso is doing, know what your legs are doing, how they move, and then it'll be easier for you to draw from imagination. Do you have any tips on drawing ruffles like dresses or necklines? I do. In fact, dresses and necklines is actually a very easy way. It's actually even easier to draw ruffles because there's actually a direction. So like, believe it or not, ruffles turn in space, right? So let's say you have a neckline that looks like this. I'll do a dress. I'll do ruffles on the dress and on the neckline. So like, let's say this is my dress right here. And I want to add my ruffle up here. So this already gives you direction. Just think of like a bunch of, this is the front of your ruffle, so you'll generally see this shape right in here. Think of it like cones. So as a cone turns or cylinder turns in space, the ellipse becomes much more squished until it gets to a straight line. That's essentially what your ruffle is doing. It's just like a bunch of mini cones that's turning in space. All I have to do is just connect. Woo, wee-oo, wee-oo. See, look, it's a ruffle turning in space now. So
insane level of greediness.
what?
The likes thing. That's funny. Well, you better get like and no use complaining about it.
Mm-hmm. You want to get a little extra credit. So then, here's a ruffle. And as the ruffle turns away in space, you'll see that it becomes a little bit straighter, a little bit more straight. And it fans out. All these ruffles fan out to a certain specific point. Same thing with a ruffle down here, for example. Let's say I want a ruffle down here. Most of my ruffle will be facing down because we're looking down at this dress. But I want to make sure that my curve is mimicking this bottom here. I mean, I teach ruffles in our anime art school as well. In fact, do I even have a demo of this? I know I added ruffles on dresses. Like there's a one without ruffles and one with ruffles. If it's not on here, then oh well. Basically what I do was I took like these specific dresses and I literally added ruffles on top, and this is exactly what I did. Yeah, I don't have it here unfortunately, but here. Well, that's not really a ruffle. Anyways, I still do it. And I would consider ruffles more like decoration. It's a definitely decorative fold. I would not add it everywhere. In fact, I would be very sparing. I would kind of like add it very sparingly. Because if I add a bunch of ruffles, the same type of ruffle and the same size of ruffle over and over again, it's going to look like a lace monster. Or ruffle monster, whichever you want to call it. How much is the school? Our 1-year program of 7 classes, it is $497 for the whole program, but we currently have a 20% off discount right now. The code is spooky, so it brings it down to about $400 instead of $500 or $397. Yep.
Yep. It'll take you over a year to get through.
Yep.
It's pretty much college.
Yeah.
It's pretty much a college. You learn figure drawing, clothing drawing, painting, backgrounds, character design, rendering, perspective, environment drawing, all kinds of stuff.
And you have it forever once you get it. It's a one-time payment. I mean, there are payment plans as well, but the 20% code wouldn't apply for the payment plans. Do we get certification?
You get a certificate of completion,
yes.
But it's not any type of certification.
Yeah,
it's a school to get better at making art and drawing. So since it's a portfolio-based industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in order to keep costs down and make sure that the school just focuses on the things you need to get better, we don't do certifications or anything like that.
That'd be a lot of red tape.
Yeah,
as well.
Then you get into the college territory and you spend $20,000.
Yeah. I mean, our classes, we've taken a lot of college classes or college level classes, a lot of professional art classes, and I mean, I'll just say that we have a pretty good stinking deal.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good school.
Yeah.
A lot of content. Like, we've taken classes and worked for so long. We just take all of the stuff that we really like and teach it. I'm doing anatomy studies on stream today.
Ooh, show? Because they look absolutely gorgeous. Look at that.
This is what I'm working on during stream. While y'all are yapping in the chat, I'm working. I'm hard at work.
I'm just dilly-dallying.
Sketching. Some of these are from the other day. I stuck some of the bottom ones on, but these are all from today. But yeah, I need something to do during stream.
So like I'm just gonna talk really quick about dresses. If you want to design dresses, I would really recommend different textures and different silhouette. So like that's what I think about. I think of my main frame of dress, like this is like almost off the shoulder neckline with an A-line dress. but it has a split. But like this looks boring right now to me, so I'm like, okay, let me just poof this out. Oh, now it looks like even cuter. And of course, this is all about intention, right?
It's one way you could do it. You
That's
could
one
also
way.
put like another layer over top of it too.
Oh yeah. Like
I don't even
what do
know.
you have?
Like I'll see things like this,
oh yeah.
even like that.
Mhm.
That would be cute.
That's cute too. I like that.
I like the thing that you did.
Yeah. Which one do you want?
I'd like yours more, but I
okay.
don't know. I'm no dress designer.
Okay, I have to show you a video. What was it?
It's cute.
Disney Candy Kingdom Candy Parade.
So with the classes, are they Zoom types or like ones that where you get graded on what you've done? No, they're self-paced. So you buy it, you have access to it forever, and you can go through it whenever you want. And because we know people have pretty busy schedules and can't always attend classes, so we wanted to make a program that was like a full school start to finish, where people can go through it at their own pace. So if they're working, if they're busy, they can put it away, come back to it later. And it's also a resource that you can come back to in the future and be like, oh, I need a refresher on anatomy, or I need a refresher on perspective. You can come back to it and rewatch lessons and stuff.
Chat, look at this. This is a dress, and they literally turned a cake into a dress. Ain't that cool?
I don't buy it.
And then there's like, oh, there's that one there. That was really cool. They turned like a shortcake. They even turned like a pineapple. I don't know where it is though. Let me try to find it.
You update the content of the classes as you learn more from others. Occasionally, I'll be like, ooh, I really want to include a lesson on that.
Yeah.
But generally not. It's really solid. We're gonna build other classes and stuff in the future as we get better as well. But every once in a while, like I'll be like, oh crap, I gotta put that in.
Do you update the content of classes as you
It's
learn?
already-
Oh, oops,
just
sorry.
answered that.
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Is there any place where I can find references for different types of clothes? Fashion websites.
Yeah, fashion websites,
Clothing
books.
websites.
There's some really big thick books out there that you can buy that talk all about like the history of fashion of different cultures and countries and stuff.
Yeah. Fashion magazines, great. You know,
Yeah.
like catalogs, like old vintage Sears catalogs are actually like goated. They're actually so cool.
Really?
They are. Like look at on Pinterest, just search up like Sears 1990s catalog.
That's interesting.
They're great. Let me actually look it up right now. And I think that you can avoid AI when you're more specific. Sears catalog 19. Let's do 1970s.
Oh, that's sick.
They literally look like this.
Bro, that's so cool.
I mean, there's your
that's
outfits.
a good tip right there.
Yeah. Look at that.
Y'all
Different
might
kids'
want to
outfits.
write that one down.
Look up. Look at that. All these different outfits of different time periods. There's even this kind of style.
That's cute.
These are cute.
I love the yellow and red.
This is 1974.
Look
Let's do
at
1990.
this. Sears catalog.
Sears catalog 1990s. Look at that. That's
What?
sick. And you would like what I would do if I were to like really get to drawing clothes, I would just do a bunch of studies of these. Poses and cloth and just like full on color. Like that's how I would study them. Look at that. Oh, look at Boss Girls. Okay. These are sick. Cool kind of androgynous vibe.
Yeah. What's your stream schedule? Feel like I see you live almost 3 days straight. Yeah, we have been going live almost every day lately.
Yeah.
Having a good time. We were practically begged to go live today in the Discord server.
Yep.
Not to name any lows. You told us to delete Pinterest. I said if you spend all your time on Pinterest, you might want to delete it.
If you doom scroll on Pinterest.
Yeah. A lot of people spend way more time on Pinterest than drawing. It's like it's a powerful tool.
Yeah.
If Pinterest is the thing keeping me from drawing, I'm deleting it. I don't even have Pinterest on my phone.
So here's another variation. I mean, like you can literally take a short dress and then turn it into a long dress by adding like extra stuff. And I would even look at historical, like let's say vintage fashion illustration. I like vintage because they have actually really cool they have really cool design ideas that you don't really see these days. Fashion illustrations are great.
That's sick. Look at the nice simplification of the fold.
Yeah, and they actually design the folds for you.
And the two values.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, study those.
These are great. Like gowns. Let me see.
For Pinterest, I say get what you need and get out.
Yep, get what you need and get out. I love this kind of stuff. You know what I would used to do as a kid? I would find anything that looked inspiring. Like let's say if let me try to find something. I know I've taken a lot of pictures from like China, for example, and I would like be like, ooh, that's cool. I want to create an outfit based off of that. I don't even know why I took all these pictures. They're so old. I would have to like actually find them. Oh, yeah, like for instance, well, this is just a hydrangea, but like I would take this as inspiration and be like, oh, I want to make like a pink and green outfit or dress and have hydrangea motifs on it. Or like I would try to find this, I would try to use this particular shape for like a hairpin, for example. You're kind of clearing my art block. You're making me want to draw. Well, that's what we're here for, right?
Yeah. I like to think that our live streams are to get you wanting to draw, and then our anime art school is to teach you how.
Yep.
I mean, we try to teach as much as possible here too, but it's definitely how it is.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to hop on here and stream and get people really excited and wanting to draw.
Mm-hmm. If I were to make, like, I would take a picture of cool patterns like this and be like, ooh, how could I put that into like a pattern of a dress? Like let's say, for example, I want to draw a kimono, but I want like an interesting pattern, not like your usual patterns that you see like in animes. Well, like I would take this, for example, and be like, oh, I want that exact pattern or some kind of variation of that. And I would put it into my drawing. So like, let's use a bit of this green. And I would like place it just in here, anywhere that I think is kind of interesting. And I'll change the colors of this line work later. Now this isn't like the best, I'm not saying like this is how you should, or this is even all that good of a pattern design, but like it's interesting. It's more interesting than maybe what you are thinking about if you didn't have these kind of ideas, right? Like maybe this can have an illusion where this is like, makes it feel like it's like a multi-layered dress, but it's just a pattern.
The Sartorius and Friends cross over the joint.
Oh, that's
so
cute.
when the leg
Sartorius and
bends,
Friends.
the group squishes like a donut.
Oh,
This.
Sartorius and Friends? Ooh. It is that. Oh my gosh.
That's good. That's a good breakdown of that
That is
area.
a good breakdown.
No matter how much anatomy you learn, chat,
It
you
never
always
stops.
will find a new way of breaking down a certain part of the body.
And it sticks with you forever.
You know, a lot of people add donut to the basic forms. Yeah, like Ahmed Elduri and Yuming both included donuts in their basic forms. But for example, Will Weston included the ribbon.
And maybe I'll take this inspiration of this kind of cream color and I'll put it into my kimono design.
A lot of people just find that donut a useful enough form that they included in their basic forms.
That's really interesting.
Never included it at Art Center. They never included it at FZD.
Maybe I'll use this gold. There you got a cool kimono pattern that you can use. That is completely inspired. Dumb question, but what's your stream schedule? Oh, never mind. You already answered that. Sometimes what I would do is I would add extra layers.
Don't be too hard on yourself, chat. You don't have dumb questions.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Oh my gosh. It's funny.
If you think you're asking a dumb question, just remember you're probably not.
Yeah.
Or if it makes you feel better, someone else out there has already asked a more dumb one. Totally fine answering dumb questions, by the way. Love it. Engagement is engagement.
Mm-hmm. That's sick. I like seeing kimonos where there's like flair. I don't
and if
usually
it is
see
a dumb
those.
question, we'll have to answer it. Unless chat's busy, and then we can pretend like we don't see it.
Yep.
Dingy, hello. It's been a long time.
Where?
Dingy Doodles, right there.
Oh my gosh. That's sick. Hi. How you been? Have you been?
Yeah, I hope you've been good.
Got a lot of doodles. I actually quite like that. I want to draw that anatomy thing.
Yeah, it's honestly pretty good stuff. So, the sartorius, longest muscle in the body, and friends, it wraps around, it crosses over the joint of the knee. So when the leg bends, it pulls a bent finger.
Colton, you know what I just realized? Your thigh this shape kind of looks like your forearm.
You know, I actually noticed that like 2 seconds ago
Oh my
as well.
gosh.
It's a tube that turns into a box.
Oh my gosh! This is your knee, chat.
When it's bent.
It's your thigh, yeah, when it's bent.
Yeah, it's interesting.
What? It's crazy. Anyways.
Sartorius, that's my
Okay.
favorite dinosaur.
Sartorius.
The Colton Bald. I think you should use visual cues to confirm whether that's true or not. Good, very busy trying to get back into the art class. Nice.
Heck yeah.
That's fun. Whoa. Interesting. See how important form drawing is, chat? Christina's breaking down a knee, but she can draw boxes.
I can't.
Anatomy, but you can draw boxes. Imagine that. Imagine the unlimited power. Imagine, but you can draw primitive forms.
I would say that's the most underrated thing to do.
That's
why.
wild.
For people who are asking, do you have to learn shapes? Yes, but not in the way that you think. You have to
Yeah.
learn forms. It's not shapes, it's forms. Yes, shapes are actually very important too. But I think like to draw dimensionally, you would need to know how to draw boxes and cylinders and stuff, which is like this.
When the leg bends.
I'm getting hungry. What about you?
Yeah.
Should I start dinner?
Sure.
Maybe you can entertain chat and show your screen while you do your sketches.
When the leg bends, the group squishes like a donut.
How about mouths? I actually just covered mouths earlier. I really need to find a better way to draw mouth or teach mouths because I generally like to think about mouths like graphic shapes. In fact, in our book 2, we actually have 2 books, by the way. This is our book number 2.
That's Colton doing his cubes. No, I'm doing anatomy studies today. Just some breakdowns.
It's like these are just graphic shapes, the ones that are shaded. All you have to do is fill in the blank. Here, take a screenshot. I don't care what you do.
I don't care what you do.
But like, I think people try to break down the science of it too much rather than just say, okay, here's a random shape. You know, actually, what's funny? This may look like a purse.
It may look like a handbag.
It may look like a handbag, but it's actually a mouth.
But it's actually Among Us. I don't think it is.
No. Here's the teeth. Here's the sides of the mouth. Here's your teeth. The bottom side of your teeth. Here's your tongue. You can literally turn any shape into a mouth.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Like, Colton, give me a shape. Draw a shape.
Wait, what does Among Us even look like? Is it like a little A? Hold up. And it has like a little backpack on. Wait, hold up. Is this Among Us? Oops. I don't want to do that.
Is Among Us still
How
a thing?
accurate is this? I'm trying to draw one from memory. Isn't it just an A?
Wait, Colton. That's another idea. Drawing things from memory. Chad tells us to draw things from memory, and we draw it.
Isn't it this? Pretty much. Guys. It could be a mouth, honestly.
With a buck tooth, with a missing tooth. You can also turn it on its side.
I don't know. I'm just experimenting with stuff right now. Not the one tooth on top and the one tooth on the bottom.
At least it's consistent. What are you guys having for dinner?
There you
Curry with Hamburg steak. I've seen mouths that literally look like this.
That's the sound that mouth would make.
Yeah. Here's a shape, but if I turned it to the side, it could be a smile.
Nowhere did it go. You want me to bring it back?
Bring it back. That's actually good. How does one come up with that? You kind of just try stuff.
You know,
Just throw a shape and then just turn it into a mouth. Like I think.
DM. Oh, that's right. I forgot to block you. Oh, there it is. Oh.
Even this is a mouth.
Among Us.
Among Us. Please share dinner with chat.
No. Maybe.
Wait, Colton, do you have a rubber band on you? Hold up, I have a hair tie. Ew, that's gross. I don't want y'all seeing my nasty hair tie. Okay. Mouth.
Oh.
Mouth. Let me see. Mouth. And then let's see. I'm gonna try to make it smirk. Ah, crap. Alright, okay. This is the mouth. Let me draw it.
No need for sound effects.
Now what?
Sound effects are very necessary. Add sound to your drawings.
Makes it more fun.
Oh, poggers.
Well, and the great thing about a rubber band is you can actually see it turning in space. So like you said, let's say this is the front side of your mouth. When you turn it, oh my gosh. It's a side of it's a mouth, 3/4 mouth that's facing down a little bit. Wait, I need this hack. When you have trouble with drawing mouths, use a rubber band.
Who you calling Pinhead? Hold up, look at this.
Oh my gosh, is that Patrick?
Who you calling Pinhead?
Colton Poggers is not back in trends.
I'm old. I can say whatever I want, and it still trends in my brain. And there's not a thing y'all can do about it.
All right, I'm gonna go cook.
Let him cook.
Let me cook. Oops. And then you can turn on your screen, because I think your screen looks very interesting.
No. I'm beginner. Live in Japan. Have an unpredictable schedule. Will your college be hard? Well, I can't say it will be easy, but it was definitely designed for people like you who have unpredictable schedules. Speaking of unpredictable, I think I might not have responded to TikTok streaks today. Hold up, chat. Streak. You want me to show my screen? Yeah. I don't want to see my drawing. Well, they're just seeing like a torso. Well, that's still fun. There you go. There's some anatomy stuff for you, chat, to nom on. Streak is streak. Got it. How is everybody doing? Yeah, a beginner live in Japan, have an unpredictable schedule. You're a beginner. Our course, but our school is great for that. We go from the beginning. It's intense. It's intensive, all right? It is if you want to get good. It's like you are a beginner and you are applying to a college that is going to teach you the proper way to do figure drawing, the proper way to do costume drawing and clothing drawing, like rendering, all that kind of stuff. So like, I wouldn't want beginners to take anything else. Like if your goal is to learn the fundamentals, it's protein. It's a lot of protein. Good night, MJ. What are we having for dinner? Curry and Hamburg steak. Right? Yeah. And don't forget, by the way, boom! That was anticlimactic. Boom! 20% off with the code SPOOKY on drawanime.com. It's a yellow button. It's called Anime Art School. You put this code in at checkout, you get $100 off for the spooky season. And in other news, we're running a challenge in the Discord server. It's totally free. Totally free challenge. Ref on. There we go. Totally free challenge, all right? 7 deadly sweets. I got distracted. I feel a cat rubbing against my leg. Are y'all running the challenging again? There is a challenge going this month. What do we have? Who? Hello? Toby! Come on. Come on. I got distracted again. Sorry, kitty. Look, I've had a long day. You can join the Discord server at drawanime.com. We have announced the challenge. It's in the announcements channel. We're going to be doing a big, long stream on October 31st, Halloween. You want to say hi to chat? What do you have to say? Do you have anything to say? Toby does not know he's alive right now. Toby doesn't know he's alive ever. Yeah. You smell like cat food. Have you been eating? Have you been unaliving some kibble? Alright, go on. Run along. Sleepy time, bye-bye. There's nothing going on. I'm just sitting here bantering with chat. It's dead chat. Chat, say something so I can banter. You guys think I talk weird? It's just a quote from a streamer. Absolutely spoiled. He's living the life he is. I try to draw Toby. I can't draw Toby. Toby is like, if I were to try to draw Toby, it would just be like, I would end up with a drawing that looks like Chibi Doki. It would look like this. It would literally look like that. Have you drawn a monster before or fantasy creature? Not really. I've never really done much creature design. Probably we'll get into it in the future. Human anatomy and animal anatomy are pretty similar in a lot of ways, so my plan was to learn a bunch of human anatomy and then take some comparative anatomy courses. And a lot of the muscles are similar, different sizes, like that sort of thing. What about that ant? What are you talking about? But I don't really have a huge interest in drawing creatures. Maybe like really creepy aliens for a project that I want to make. Bug thing. Oh, the bug thing. Yeah, I don't know. Where is it? Do you have it, Fox? You send it to me. I'll show it to you. Oh, it would take so much scrolling to get up to it. I don't save most of those. They're just like stuff that I don't save ever. I'll look, sure. I did do a creature design. I did. It's kind of a creature. It was something that I did like for fun. Toby. Colton, you didn't send me a streak message. Only sometimes when I do it on accident. Do the rice balls count? Do they? Sure, I have a question. Do these count as creatures? This, hold up, you can't see anything yet because I turned off the overlay. And this. Do these count as creatures? Have a good one, Drew. I could do another little doodle of some rice stuff if you want. I was thinking about making like a big leaf, right? And having a rice ball chilling. How would I want to draw this exactly? I want to kind of make it like real wide. Maybe something like this. And I could have like a rice ball chilling. Not a rice ball, but like an onigiri. Chilling? That's not right. Layer. I don't have my right click. I'll just right click here. It's not working. Something's busted. Whatever. Sent. Fox sent a creature that I did. Yeah, this is the cropped version. There you go. There's a creature that I did a while back. It's basically just a humanoid. Like, you can see that this creature, like, this is just, you know, the pectoralis right here. This is just the clavicle. This is the trapezius right here. Sternocleidomastoid. Like, the throat area. This kind of mirrors that. Here's the deltoid. So this is literally just a humanoid. Bicep, tricep, brachioradialis, abdominals, obliques. So like all I did was just like, it's kind of a human, but it's disguised. And I just broke these sections up and kind of designed them out to be a little bit interesting. This, I kind of just made like this mask shape and then turned his head into like a little bit of a speed form or something. It's based on like a June bug. I don't really know what I was doing with the mouth. And then I gave him these nasty bug eyes, like 2 sets of them. Maybe it's not nasty, maybe that's mean. They're not nasty, they're amazing. Right? This is literally the pectoralis, like, there. Applejack's here now. Imagine staring at that in real life. Yeah, for real. Imagine if you were only like this tall next to him too. Like, oh no.
Apple! Oh my goodness, did you come to see us? Did you come to see us?
Oh, big baby. Look at him. Oh, cutie. Cutie. Cutie.
You're a big baby. Your foot is on my face.
Foot. He doesn't even have a hand.
Look how cute you are. I just want to...
Squish.
Squish those toe beans.
Toe bean squishies. Hi, Applejack.
Look at that face of his.
If only he could do like a little peace sign, but he can't. Oh, cute.
He's so cute. You're so...
Reach towards the camera, foreshortening. All right.
Love him. Poppy, you're here too, baby?
There you go.
Poppy?
Poplar.
Poplar Kitten?
Kitten.
Kitten? Alright, chat. What's up? So many kitties? Yeah, we have like 3. And they're sometimes a bit of a hassle, but, you know, we love them. I wonder who came here just for the kitty. I wonder how many more people on TikTok are cat people versus dog people.
There you go. Now you got a nice view of Applejack. Kitty cam.
I just got things ready to like.
Yeah, we do have kitty cam.
Look at that.
He's so majestic. I'm a dog person, but I love animals. My dad got a kid and he's menace.
So cute. Applejack is cute when he's not being a little menace.
Look at that. What a shot. I just want to like...
Oh.
He's
No,
so
you go back to
cute.
cleaning.
He's so cute.
Go back to cleaning, kitty.
I just want to clap him.
Now Poppy's literally.
Don't lick that. We're live. Whoa.
I just got everything kind of ready to.
Is it ready?
It's not.
Is it cooking?
No, it's not. I was just mixing and cooking the onions.
Mmm.
Because I didn't know if you wanted to eat on stream or if you wanted to eat after stream and watch our Pokemon. We found Pokemon on YouTube for free. The original Pokemon series.
How do you like that, Applejack? I just messed up the area you clean.
Bro, Misty's such a brat.
She is.
She just like, Ash literally just breathes and she's like, ugh, get away. Oh, I'm personally offended. You're messing up his smells? Yep. Can't wait till they loaf pose? Yeah, I love their loaf pose. So cute.
We need to go through the fundamentals class tonight.
We do.
Some of it.
Yeah. You got something on my... What?
Not
What
just.
do I have on my face?
It looks so fun to pop, but I can't.
Okay, pop it. Where is it?
No, I can't.
Where is it?
It's illegal.
Where?
You're not supposed to.
Where is it?
It's right here, bro. Feel that thing?
Oh, yeah, it's illegal. You know why? It's because it doesn't have a head yet.
It does. It's a black head.
Fine, go pop it.
No.
Why not?
Because we're live. We're proper.
Who cares?
Oh, I drew Toby.
I don't care if you pop my pimple live. Wait,
He has this, like,
people don't even.
Dumb chin thing. Oh, wait. People can't see that, can they? He has this, like, silly little chin with, like, some hair. And he's got, like... He's got this, like, weird...
It's got this weird mark on his nose.
It looks like someone's OC.
Wait, is that an insult?
No. It just reminds me of it. He's got, like, crusty boogers in
He
his
does.
eyes sometimes. And then we have to pick him out.
I mean, I have crusties in my eyes all the time anyways. Do you guys only have cats? Yes. Oh my gosh, it's Toby.
Toby Doki.
Toby Doki? Yeah, literally. Wait, do him when he's, like, clingy. He's always like that.
Hold up, I'll do when Toby's clingy and cute, he looks like this.
Oh my gosh. That literally does look like him.
There's like clingy Toby.
No, what if you didn't add the eyebrows? What does that look like? It looks dumb. Why is that so cute though? Like, I feel like that could be someone's profile picture.
Add the whiskers.
There's whiskers
Where
on
the
his-
heck are the whiskers?
There's whiskers like that, and there's whiskers like
Like
that.
this?
Yeah. Eyelashes?
I
Toby
thought
ain't
he
a-
looked good with
Toby ain't a-
eyelashes.
Toby ain't a
He
girl.
looks like Animal Crossing character now.
Oh, he kind of does. Chat, has there been any news on a new Animal Crossing game?
Okay, I know where they are now. They're right here. Poppy!
Hey, baby.
Poppy looks like she survived a nuclear war.
Yeah.
Sometimes she does.
Hey, come here.
What? Chat, look at this. What does that say? Can you read it?
What?
Look at this.
A lot of brushes. The ultimate brush pack
From Anime Art School, Norway.
Ooh.
Not the best painting brush, one of the best painting brushes ever made in the history of mankind, dude. This brush is so good for painting.
What's Animal Crossing? It's a game. It's a cozy game. Kitty, come here. What are you smacking your lips for?
Animal Crossing is the only game we've actually played like on stream.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good brush too. This one's real good.
Y'all want to see Puppy?
Puppy, Miss Moody Pants, Miss Moody
She
Pants.
hates being held like this. But, you know, there we go.
She's like,
Miss Moody Pants.
She's the lightest now of all the kitties.
Yep.
Because Toby has
is
officially...
heavier than Poppy.
Toby has officially gone heavier than Poppy. Gone heavier?
Ooh, this is a good brush too.
Just Animal Crossing Pocket? That's still a thing? I think his stupid chin is the most accurate thing about Toby.
New profile picture? No, I loved the Applejack
I like
one.
the Applejack one.
Toby's a buffoon.
He is a buffoon. Crap, I don't have my phone with me.
I'm hungry, bro.
You want me to just actually make dinner?
Chat. I know what chat's gonna say. What do you want to do?
Mukbang!
Mukbang stream, mukbang. Yeah, we want a mukbang. Woohoo, feed us. Pestily has a chat voice. Feed us. Mukbang.
Well, do your cutesy voice.
I can't.
No.
Chat. I'll just let Christina doodle. What are you gonna draw?
I don't know what I'm gonna draw yet.
I'm hungry.
I like watching shows and eating.
Look at you sitting there. Cute.
Yeah.
Little demure baby.
Demure little Miss Baby.
Little Miss Bossy Pants.
It's so funny. Poppy, like, Applejack will go up to her tower and she'll be like, "Ooh, get away. Ew, freak." But she'll go and she'll steal other cats' beds when they're sleeping in it. She'll be like, "That's my bed."
Oh, look. I guess that's my bed now. We kind of did a few anatomy stuff earlier. If you want, you can. We also do a lot of anatomy in our
I can't even tell
other
what
live
that is,
streams.
Tori.
So you can go to our YouTube channel, Draw Anime Academy, and we cover a lot of that. Actually, how to break up anatomy, we have a video on that as well.
I mean, I have my drawings from stream today. We can just look at some of those.
Yeah, take a picture of that.
Yeah, like, anatomy, like, I would say break it up into simple forms. You know? Torso. You could just go like this. Right? You can just have kind of like the punching bag from Smash. What does he look like? Like
yeah,
that?
like that.
You can sort of pick a direction that you want to go with it. Here's like the halfway point, you know, rib cage, pecs, neck, clavicle.
Bro, even I need this chill playlist when I'm drawing.
Right, the abs will kind of go like that. They like wedge into each other.
Mm-hmm.
And you get better at drawing abs.
Hey, Tira.
Right? Bottom half of the second box. So like you got box number 1, box number 2, half of this box, 3-finger gap. So you can and your legs kind of your external obliques will come to the outside like this of the 3-finger gap, and they kind of go over like this. They sort of like mushroom out a lot of the time like that, especially on the side that's bending. This side you'll get a stretch, so like you could actually see this, a concave shape in here sometimes. And then traps, pecs connect to basically the turn in your clavicle. You know, your clavicle looks like this. That's your collarbone. Mm-hmm. And your pecs basically connect until here.
There's a little gap.
And there is a gap. You'll see a little triangle here. And then this side is where your deltoids are, so your shoulder muscle. So like, it's all just kind of understanding how these forms overlap, and they're really simplified. Like, you can really simplify these forms. And again, I really need to improve drawing abs. I've been working on it a bit lately. What do you think of that? You feel like that's okay?
Oh, that's perfect. I have better eyes than I can draw, honestly.
I learned about stuff recently, and it helped. You know, your legs tend to come out of here. Tend to. deltoid kind of wraps around, right? It connects to your scapula, and it's sort of shaped like that. Eh. I like to think about, we'll do this, right? We can do a cylinder to simplify it. You can put a line there. That line helps separate, you know, the top of your arm from the bottom of your arm. There's like a muscle, right? Bicep, tricep. You can put a line right here, and it'll just kind of separate those out. There's your neck muscles. You can put the head in. And if I want to figure out the measurement of the head, I just take this measurement and I duplicate it. And it's going to be 2/3 of this. So it doesn't really matter. It can be 2/3 of basically this. So my head's probably going to be
they can't see that.
And I drew it a little bit.
Well, I remember hearing Robert Lumley say he prefers to make the head smaller than bigger.
Really?
Like if he were to err on which side, he'd be like he would err on the smaller side than the bigger side.
Unless you draw anime, and then you'd probably want to err on the bigger side.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Torso. I would kind of break down the torso like that. You know, here that is again. You know, you got your rib cage, you got your external obliques sitting on the hip box. You've got your abdominal muscles, which can kind of be broken up into 2 sections. Where is that? Right? You basically got section A, section B, and then your belly button pretty much goes right in there. It wedges into the rib cage. Like, it's just doing a bunch of these studies. It's going over, doing a bunch of figure drawing. I would buy some anatomy books and copy the drawings and just like write out the text and stuff. I was the worst ab artist until like 2 days ago when I realized that they actually kind of wedge together.
I need to practice.
They kind of go like they'll like wedge into each other. I learned that from Kirk Shinmoto.
Like they'll suck into each other or something. Yeah.
It's cool, ain't it?
Yeah.
But they really tend to go like this.
Okay. Wait a second. I need to teach abs like that now.
I think it's a pretty good way to break them down, you know.
Yeah. Also look cool. Remember that hairstyle that we were like, nobody ever has an OC with this hairstyle.
Hey. Yeah, we found a hairstyle that nobody ever puts on their OC. I know, it's kind of shocking. I thought they were all taken. They weren't.
They weren't.
We saw some girl on TikTok, and she was in an ad, and I'm just like, that's a cool hairstyle. Wait a second, I've never seen anybody with that hairstyle. What is it? Now that I think about it, it's Jessie from Final Fantasy.
Oh, it is?
Similar.
She has a ponytail.
Oh, she does have a ponytail. Yep, nope, we're safe.
Boom. This hairstyle.
Yeah.
It's a headband with like really long straight hair on the side. I've never seen this combination.
But she didn't have any.
No, she didn't have any of that. She just had like, I just added those little dinglings. It was just, in fact, I should probably keep true to the actual hairstyle. It was just like this.
This girl. This is the TikTok that I saw.
Yeah, it's so sleek.
And I was just like, dang, that's pretty sleek. I'd never seen someone with an OC with that hairstyle. I'm not
why
saying
haven't
they're
I
not.
seen that, Fox? Show it like yesterday?
Yeah.
Prove it? I'm kidding.
Show it, or you and me be suffering some consequences of
the blocking.
the blocking. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's good.
I like that. I like that, like, really graphic look. The black headband with the black hair. That's cool. Oh, lag? Are we lagging?
Are we lagging?
Nope, just you.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. Do you want me to actually?
Did you
Get up.
want to call it and then go and stream and eat while we watch like Pokemon or something?
Yeah.
That's what you want to do.
That's what I
Christina
wanna
wants
do.
to leave you chat to fend for yourselves.
I want to starve you guys. Thought about doing no.
No.
Nah. I
Maybe someday, probably not.
never. I'm too embarrassed to do it.
I don't need to.
I don't need to. Like I don't need to. You know. Any anatomy book recommendations for beginner at anatomy?
Anatomy book recommendation? Probably not. Not unless things get really tough.
If things get really tough and we have to, I would just like be completely anonymous.
Nah, I don't need to. It's a pretty funny question though. Nothing
a funny
against
question.
asking it. Hey.
Oh, that looks like a little dookie.
Toby Dookie.
Toby dookie. Any anatomy book recommendations? A figure drawing book recommendation, which covers people and stuff, is Michael Hampton's Figure Drawing and an Invention.
Design and Invention.
Design and Invention?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good book. Hey, our books are pretty good, not gonna lie. You know, we have a pretty good figure drawing
Yes, we
section
do
in our books.
actually. I'll show it really quick. How to draw manga. We actually have an anatomy
Broke
section.
it out not anytime soon.
This is our book. Has anatomy in it. Anatomy proportion. Man, these drawings are so old.
Oh, let's go.
Here's a breakdown on how to like actually construct the torso, the female torso, the
Breakdown.
male torso with anatomy on top. Here's muscles and gesture. These are horrible gestures. I'm sorry. These are actually my drawings, but
Christina
proportion.
hating on her own art.
Yeah, I don't like my art very much in this book. I mean, it's just because I tried my best at the time, but like
It's legit. It's not
legit.
bad.
It's not bad. Where can we buy your book? You can get it on Amazon.
Yes, you can get it on Amazon.
Amazon. Both books you can get on Amazon. Anime Academy: How to Draw Manga and How to Draw Characters. Yeah. Do you guys regularly update the school or what's finished? Just finished.
What?
Over there.
Yeah, all the time.
We do update it. Yeah. Like if we need to add a lecture, we'll just add it in there.
Yeah. Someday, I would love to make Anime Art School
2.0.
Probably
Yeah.
wouldn't even be called Anime Art School. It would probably just be like, I don't know.
A different kind of name, maybe.
I don't think that there are very many good full like college classes online, like full, I shouldn't say classes, curriculum online to learn art. I think for some reason they're just not, like, you can find a really good figure drawing class, you could find a really good rendering class, you could find a really good whatever class. Difficult to find an entire program put together like a college. I just haven't really found it. Like, you've got some really good websites out there. Schoolism is great. A lot of really niche classes.
Yeah. It's like
Like-
more focused for professionals.
Like, making stylized caricatures in charcoal. It's like, I want like a foundation school. That's the reason we built our school, is because we just felt like it didn't really exist. I haven't seen a full, there's websites like Colosso, there's websites, a lot of different great course websites out there. Courses.
They're just like individual courses.
Like, they're not like an entire college. They're not big, they're not in depth. Like, they may teach a good amount of stuff on a single subject, like one or two subjects, but like, I have not found a good full college out there.
Yeah.
And so we're just gonna have to be the ones to make it happen.
Yep.
And I'll do it multiple times, honestly. I don't care. I'm totally kidding about the R34 thing, guys.
I think they know. Either they're like, actually
Things
it
get
could be-
really tough. If it's that or die,
If it's that or die.
If it's that or die, I mean, I guess it depends on where I'm going to be buried.
It's like serious,
Funny
but not
stuff.
really serious, but kind of serious, but not really that serious. It's like that. This character is pretty cool. She could be like a side character.
Exactly.
Yeah, as long as yeah, exactly.
It's not like it's
We got
illegal.
we got like morals, you know.
It's not like it's illegal. It's just not something that we're
It's kind of-
interested in as a brand.
Mhm.
You do you. You know. No hating.
Yeah,
Don't
no
post.
hate.
Don't post it in our community.
Yeah, and don't let us know who you are.
Look, one of my best friends in art school made his living doing that for a good while. He had to put that bread on the table. It's tough out there.
Especially in art. I mean, that's so funny.
It's fun.
She's cute.
Cayuta.
She's like an Abby June Ray.
Ooh, okay, wait a second. She's fun. She's a fun
She's a
character.
fun character. I can imagine her being like a side character in the Anime Academy series.
What if that was Jessica? That's good stuff.
Would she be Latino?
I don't know. Did we ever talk about that?
No, we never talked about it. I was just saying, like, I mean, she's kind of tan and stuff, and I was like, we have talked about making a Latina character at some point. But we have no
Jessica
idea
was
yet.
supposed to be a redhead.
Yeah, Jessica was
She's
supposed to be
always been a redhead.
She's always been a redhead in my brain, so this can't be Jessica.
Chad has no idea who Jessica is.
She looks like me in high school. Ha, that's good.
That's fun.
I don't know. This is just a random character that we started to actually kind of like. We don't know if she'll turn into anything, but she's kind of cute. I don't know. Just a rando.
Ding. Ding. What are you doing, sis?
Baby.
I turn around and Poppy's like,
Well, she's just laying down now, acting cute.
Oh, you're cute.
Hi, cutie.
You little like cutie patootie.
So cute. Cute.
okay, she is pretty cute.
How we look when you guys talk about Jessica, and there's the standing emoji. Can I see her? You mean Poppy? I actually don't have my phone right now for some reason. I think I left it in the kitchen.
Well,
Chat.
chatta,
Chata.
little chatters, little chatterbox.
Chatter.
Not very chatty tonight, are you? Usually they can't stop talking. Now
Mm-hmm.
it's like, you messaged Jessica before? You'll never know. So tired, that's why. Or what, old man? Chat. Hey, Mackie Doodle. Guess what, chat?
What?
We actually don't have oil painting class tomorrow. The teacher has called in sick. Best wishes that he gets better. He said, I think he said he's feeling a lot better, but he's not quite all the way better, so he decided to just...
She's done the love pose.
She's loafing.
Perfect love.
Which means we might actually go live tomorrow.
We might.
Might. And by might, these days, is actually a probably kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't
like
know.
Actually, positively, kind of.
Possibly. I always never include that, but the deltoid has 3 heads.
It does.
1, 2, 3.
Is it kind of like...
Yeah, like that. I have a quick question. Could you explain how to figure out where light reflects off of eyes?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, the way that it works is basically eyes have like these two forms to them, right? You've got an eyeball, and you've got a concave surface that kind of looks like this. This is a very exaggerated, by the way. Here's your pupil. Here's your iris. And then you have a lens on the front, all right? This is a dome.
This is how ball jointed doll eyes are made.
Yes. Light comes in, you're gonna get basically two things, all right? you're going to get a specular highlight on the lens. And you're going to get light hitting down here in the concave part. And that's why an eyeball looks the way it does. Anime tends to mimic this, but they really push it and stylize it. And a lot of the time up here, you'll get shading because that part is...
It's pretty dark.
It gets pretty dark. So a lot of the time people put the darkest part by the highlight for contrast, and it'll make it look really good. If you have multiple lights, it may look like this. See how that looks like an eye? Like, to an extent? You have light penetrating, hitting a specular, penetrating through, hitting this. Roughly, an anime tends to mimic this a lot. So,
Oh, fancy.
anime tends to mimic that. So, do with that what you want. You know, and another thing is, like, a lot of the time you'll actually get like a sky reflection up here.
A reflection of the world.
Yeah, so this would be like the reflection of the sky potentially, but sometimes anime artists will include that, sometimes they won't. But I always thought that was really helpful because when I'm drawing like an anime eye, I can think about that. When I'm doing something like I can kind of think about this and I'll go, well, maybe it gets thin up there. And I can kind of create like a line through the eye like this. I was looking at Food Wars earlier and they did eyes a lot of the time like this. And they'll create like a little line through the eye.
Ooh. Very nice.
You know, you could do an eye like that.
What pencil is this? Or what brush? You can actually get this brush on our website, drawanime.com. You can go to our profile as well. That's where you'll find it. It's a green button called Digital Brush.
Absolutely free?
Yes, absolutely free.
Absolutely free?
Drop the playlist. It's on Epidemic Sounds. I don't know.
There we go. You know, you could do something like that for an eye. So you'll notice that, like, here's a dark area, here's a lighter area, and here's a specular highlight. And then a lot of the times in anime, you'll get the
Shading.
eyelid shadow.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes you'll get a reflection of the sky.
So no light through the pupil usually?
The pupil's dark. The
pupil is
pupil's a
dark.
hole.
Yeah. I mean, you can definitely get a highlight if, like, the light is directly, like, at your pupils.
Again,
like,
this can be so stylized.
It can be.
Some people do this
yeah.
with their anime style.
Oh, it's so pretty. Totally fine.
Like, everything is flexible. It's almost just like you can kind of refer to this as how it works, but any individual component you can definitely push. There you go. Eyebrow.
I did that in this one right here. I had a little bit of light in the pupil.
Yeah. This Christina's drawing from the other day.
Yeah. I did a old kind of 2000-ish anime style study with Miko, and then I was coloring the eyes like that. I love the shape of the irises. They're actually kind of cool. There we go. And I did a few others. Well, these are not colored, but this is Miki, Colton's character. And then this is June, our other character. I was going to do Tira, but then I stopped.
Oh no.
See, this was Tira's, but I didn't really necessarily like it that much.
Oh, you would have fixed it.
I would have fixed it, but I don't feel like it right now. I think Miko's turned out pretty good. This also gives me, like, Mark Crilly vibes.
Yeah, it kind of does.
It's like the ghost girl Mark Crilly. That's like
the original.
yeah.
Like the original YouTube videos
Yeah.
before 90% of chat was born.
Yep, exactly.
That's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you watched Mark Crilly on YouTube as a kid, go ahead and hit that follow button.
Yeah.
Early gym tomorrow. Ooh, fun. Have a good night.
Bye.
If y'all watched Mark Crilly on YouTube as a kid, go ahead and hit that follow button.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all have no idea who that is, go ahead and hit that follow button. I watched him when I was 14 years old.
$14, huh?
14. Ba-ba-na-now. Did I hear Mark Crilly? Yeah.
Yep. You sure did.
He was one of like the OG big YouTube channels.
Yeah.
By big like art, drawing, whatever. I remember when he hit 1 million.
Really?
I saw a video of that he posted a video. I wasn't watching him at that point. La, 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 la. I'm hungry as heck, bro.
Well, you want to sign off?
Yeah. Don't forget, chat. Toby.
Toby.
Here's Toby. Burn that into your brain.
It literally looks like him.
It does look like Toby. We need a... That's kind of what Toby looks like, honestly.
With one highlight? The tiny highlight.
How about that?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Perfect. I need to do more anatomy studies on stream. I get a lot done. Thank you, chat, for helping me get a lot done tonight. Let's go. And with that...
Don't forget, 20% off on draw on Anime Art School. Spooky. Code Spooky. Chat. Don't forget.
Oh, man. It is time for us to head out. Come on, chat. Sing it. What apps? It's Procreate on the iPad, and mine is Photoshop on the computer. Anyways, what are you doing over here? Oh, you're doing bunny ear.
Yeah.
Get out of here. You gotta sing it with me. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, chat.
Have a great night. See ya.
See ya.
Bye-bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.